If you've driven more than a block on most any road lately, you know they're in awful shape. Road repair in our state's always a hot topic at this time of the year. And this time, there's an added emphasis from the governor's office.
But new at 6 o'clock, 24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Albin is finding out that so far nobody's doing much about it. So if you drive or you pay taxes and you're affected by this, you'll want to hear this story.
Here's Rick.
I get it. We live in Michigan, and every spring, or this year what passes for spring, the snow melts to reveal this: gaping holes in our roads that jar your teeth when you hit them in your car. But what about that $1.2 billion that Governor Snyder wanted to fix these roads on a more permanent basis? A budget passed in the House yesterday didn't have it. One in the Senate may not either. The budget process is moving along, but it's doing so without the governor's plan for that extra road money.
We did not include the governor's proposal in this budget.
That plan was to spend $1.2 billion a year for the next decade. Republican Joe Havman is the chairman of the Appropriations Committee, and while he didn't include the governor's plan in the just passed budget, he says he's still in favor of doing something.
I hope we can get there. I hope we can see some resolution that all three of us agree with that moves forward on road funding and road improvements.
On that subject, he's not alone. Democrats say they want the roads fixed too, but behind the scenes there is not enough agreement on who pays and how to move the matter forward. So, is that proposal dead?
I don't know. I think there's some work on the Republican side to try to figure out a funding mechanism to come up with that. I know my colleagues and I on the Democratic side are eager to be part of that discussion. We're concerned that the increases may fall disproportionately on the middle class and those who've already been hit by increased taxes by Republicans. But
that may be the rub. Nobody, or party, wants to be the one to raise taxes for almost anything. At one point, it looked as if the legislature might put an issue on the ballot to let you decide whether to raise sales taxes, vehicle registration, maybe even the gas tax. But that takes a supermajority, which means bipartisan support, at least in the House. And that's not happening now. But the ever-optimistic Governor Snyder is still hopeful.
I still think there's an opportunity for that. Again, when you look at these kind of situations, a lot of people are talking about the need to fix our roads. That's a lot different than saying our roads don't need to be fixed. Now that we're agreeing we need to fix the roads, let's come up with a solution and get it done.
Despite all of the hopeful talk, it's really unclear what, if anything, will happen to that proposal to raise all that money to fix roads. Democrats and Republicans don't agree. Unless they do, it's going to be hard to get the votes, at least to put it on the ballot. If Republicans have to go it alone, that could be tough, too. The process is still alive, but it may be on life support. I'm Rick Albin, 24-Hour News 8.